Good morning, class. This week in reading, we are going to be learning about cause and effect. Okay, just a refresher, cause is why something happens, and the effect is what happens because of the cause. Okay, so we're going to look at lots of examples to help us when identifying the cause and effect in stories. So, first, I'm going to give you a cause. So, my cause is. The boy left the bathroom when the water was running. So what do you think might happen because the boy left the bathroom when the water was running? You can see the water here in the tub and there's a drop. What do you think is going to be the effect of this? So this is your cause. The boy left the bathroom when the water was running. And the effect, which is what happens, is the bathtub overflowed. So here you have your cause, which happened first, and then you have your effect, which happened because of this. Okay, let's try another one. Here's a cause. The girl put too many toys in the sailboat. All right, well, she's got the sailboat on the water. She put too many toys in it. What do you think might happen? So because she put too many toys in the sailboat, the effect is that the sailboat sank. It was too heavy. So this is your cause, which is why this effect happened. Okay? Here's another cause. It was a very cold day today. Oh, look at that. It's really cold. Okay, it was a very cold day today. What could happen because it is a very cold day? So this is your cause. This is why this effect happened. The pond froze and we went skating. So the cause is that it was very cold today, and the effect of it being very cold today is that the pond froze and they were able to go skating. All right, let's look at some more. So, now I'm going to look at a list of causes and a list of effects and try to match them up. Okay, so everything in this rectangle is a cause. So these are all causes. Okay, and then everything under the cake over here, these are the effects. All right, so we have cause and effect. Now, go ahead and look at these causes over here while you wait for me, and look at the effects and see if you can see some that already go together. All right. On the effect list, I can see that I have it turned green, the rocks became smooth, it broke, the cake burned, they popped, they would not bounce, Mom could not drive us to the store, and the leaves wilted. Okay. Over here, I have my causes. Let's get my paper up a little bit. There we go. The car ran out of gas. The oven was too hot when we were baking. The water ran across the rocks for many years. He left the heads of lettuce on the counter for 2 days. She stretched the rubber band too far. Mom touched pens to the balloons. We mixed yellow and blue paint, and the basketballs did not have enough air. All right, so there's two ways that you can figure out how to match these up. The first thing I could do is I could look at this effect. It turned green. And I could ask myself, what would cause this? What would cause it to turn green? So I'm going to start scanning my causes over here. What about number 7? We mix yellow and blue paint. What happens if you mix yellow and blue paint? Well, yellow and blue is going to make green. So your cause is we mixed yellow and blue paint, and the effect is it turned green. So those are a match. We can eliminate those. Another way you could do it is you could start with the cause. And you could say the car ran out of gas. And then you could say, well, what effect would happen because the car ran out of gas? So if I come over here, I could scan the effects and say, okay, what would happen because the car ran out of gas? And as I scan them, I see, gee, Mom could not drive us to the store. So the car ran out of gas. So Mom could not drive us to the store. There's your cause, and there is your effect. Let's do another cause. The oven was too hot when we were baking. Okay, what might happen because the oven was too hot? No. I always want to look at all my choices. So if your oven is too hot and you're baking, is it possible that you could burn your cake? Absolutely. So your cause is the oven was too hot when we were baking, and the effect of that is that the cake burned. Don't want that to happen. Let's do another one. Water ran across the rocks for many years. So what might happen because water ran across the rocks for many years? Okay. This is something you would have learned about in science. So I see B talks about rocks, so I'm going to remember that. But I'm going to always check all my choices. Okay, the rocks became smooth. Water ran across the rocks for many years, so the rocks became smooth. So your cause is the water ran across the rocks, and the effect is that the rocks became smooth. He left the heads of lettuce on the counter for 2 days. So what could happen because he left the heads of lettuce on the counter for 2 days? It broke, they popped, they would not bounce, or the leaves wilted. Well, I believe the leaves would wilt. So he left the heads of lettuce on the counter for 2 days, which caused the leaves to wilt. Okay, good. She stretched the rubber band too far. What might happen as an effect of stretching the rubber band too far? It broke, they popped. Ooh, those are close ones. If I stretch a rubber band too far, it could break and it could also pop. So let's look at some of our other choices down here to see if we can help eliminate that. Mom touched pens to the balloons. What would happen if you touched pens to the balloons? Balloons is plural. See the S? They is plural. Excuse me. Mom touched pens to balloons, so they popped. She stretched the rubber band too far. It wouldn't be they popped because it doesn't say rubber bands. It says rubber band. So it would be it. The pronoun would just be it broke. So the cause she stretched the rubber band too far created the effect of it broke. And the cause Mom touched pens to the balloons created the effect of they popped. Okay, let's do the last one. The basketballs did not have enough air. Well, what might happen because the basketballs did not have enough air? Well, they would not bounce. That is very true. So the cause is the basketballs didn't have enough air, and the effect is they would not bounce. All right, good. Now, let's take what we've practiced and let's apply it to some stories. All right. So the first story we're going to read is called Butterfly Bushes. Okay. Jose and his grandfather wanted to plant a garden that would attract butterflies. They used the internet to do their research. Jose discovered that butterflies are born as caterpillars, and caterpillars need to eat a lot of food. Their garden needed plants that caterpillars like to eat. Jose and his grandfather also discovered that butterflies eat a lot when they grow up. Their garden needed plants that butterflies like to eat. All right. Now we have two causes here, and we need to use this paragraph to find the effect of them. So the first one is caterpillars must eat. All right, so let's go up and find this. Jose discovered that butterflies are born as caterpillars, and caterpillars need to eat a lot of food. So the effect of that is that their garden needed plants that caterpillars like to eat. So the effect is they needed, well, I'm going to have to write small, plants that caterpillars like to eat. All right, next we have butterflies must eat. Jose and his grandfather also discovers that butterflies eat a lot when they grow up. So they also learn their garden needed plants that butterflies like to eat. So they also need plants that butterflies like to eat. Okay. I come down here to Delilah's Delight. Oops. My paper is not cooperating. Hold on. All right. I want you to go ahead and read this. And when you're finished, we're going to finish the activity. Read about Delilah's Delight. Okay, you should be about finished reading Delilah's Delight. Now, this time they are giving us the effects, and we need to find the cause. We need to find why those things happened. So look at number 3. It says Delilah did not use pesticides. First, let's find in our paragraph where it says that. Okay, she learned that pesticides can be bad for them. All right, so Delilah did not want to use them. All right, so Delilah did not use pesticides. Why did Delilah not use pesticides? Well, if you look right before it, it says she learned that pesticides can be bad for the environment. That's going to be hard to write on here. So I'm going to just put pesticides can be bad for the environment. Ooh, I'm running out of room. Okay, let's look at the second effect. Ladybugs make perfect plant guards. Ooh, I see that right here on the last sentence. So ladybug make perfect plant guards. Okay, but why? Why? It's because, look, most ladybugs eat insect pests, but do not eat garden plants. So they eat insect pests, and by pests that means insects that are going to bother your garden plants. They're going to eat them and destroy them. But not garden plants. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more. Creature feature. Okay, go ahead and read creature feature to yourself. All right, so once again, we are given the effects and we need to find the whys, the cause. So let's talk about Diane and playing her violin in the orchestra. So the effect is crickets chirp. Okay. Well, where does it talk about that? Oh, right here, crickets chirp. Why do crickets chirp? Because they are looking for mates. So that is the cause. At least this one is shorter. Okay, what about scout bees dance? Well, it says scout bees dance right here. But why do scout bees dance? Well, scout bees dance when they find lots of food. So that's your cause. They find lots of food. Okay, I hope you have a better understanding of cause and effect. Just remember that the cause is why something happens, and the effect is what happens. Have fun learning.